Okay, we're back. My internet decided to shit itself. It was a bad time, and I apologize for. Look, I'll be very honest with you. Yeah, you should be angry. Um, it was not my fault. All right, it was. Look, I'll be honest with you. We've been having some bad internet situations over here, so give me a break. Or not. I don't. It's fine. You're welcome to be angry about what's going on. I was getting to the good part. Anyways, so Panthrick was going to deliver his tragic final speech, which was set to. And I know I'm going to get flagged by YouTube for this, but whatever. But essentially, Sorrow and Sadness from Naruto was going to be playing while Panthrick looked up at the fellas and said, "Fight your ISP. I will one day. I'm trying." He's like, "Panthrick. Panthrick. 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 Panthrick." And so on. I had this whole scene planned out where that music was going to be playing in the background, and lo and behold, Discord failed me, and pretty much, just the guy. I was just playing the playing the stupid Panthric sound drop over and over while no music was going on. So the guys, I'm pretty sure, were fucking baffled by this, and I don't blame them. So they fight, and pretty much, I think it was Verrill himself who was the most angriest about this. Decided, that's it. I've heard enough, and yeah, we back. Thank you, Saber. Verrill delivered the final blow and pretty much beheaded Panthric. To which, okay, they beheaded Panthric. They defeated Zag and Panthric. That boss battle was over, and they freed the Goblin Queen Margwen, who was another small waifu attempt at putting the guys in a honey trap. And it did not work. I don't know what it is. I guess they just weren't attracted to this small goblin woman. But they freed her. The goblins were happy. Actian does the most fucking psychopath thing possible and decides, "Hey, goblins, it's me, Actian. How about you take this head and can you take Pantric's head and make it into a belt? I would like to wear his face, over my crotch as a sign of dominance. Although, to be fair, I probably did the least amount of work and he probably beat me up the most during that battle. I'm right after the little guy. So yeah, Actian genuinely commissioned a bunch of goblins to take the head of this big lionin and make it into a belt. His head into a belt buckle. It was bizarre, but they did it. They defeated him, and to which then they went back to everyone's favorite Kenku, Umberto, and told him, "Okay, man, I need you to go, or change your plans. I need you to go and tell the mayor that Zag is dead. We killed him. The goblins will not be bothering the fine people of Pine Ward ever again. And so do that." But yet another wrinkle happened. Actually, no, I won't get there, because the big surprise is my favorite thing. Actian, "I need Panthic's head turned into a belt." Also, Actian forgot. Yeah, he really did. So the guys travel back to Farmer Woodhawk's farm. They're with Danny and Lewin. They're pretty much like super happy about the whole situation. It's like, we did it, guys. We did it. We saved the day. We're the best. This is why we're the fellas. And as they go back and return the mule. Oh yeah, because the other thing is, they really couldn't spend the night in the Goblin Town like they kind of were expected to, because they needed to return. Because they borrowed Johnson's cart and mule, which is his only means of transportation, and they needed to take it back. And on the way back, after all this hard-fought battle, a fucking ape shows up to try to steal all their fancy new gear, which includes a jar of alchemy, the cloak of the bat that Kyojiro took, as well as I think Kyojiro took Zag's gear, which is the cloak of the bat and the sword of sharpness. Nihilus took the flintlock, as well as the little figurines of wonder, specifically the marble elephant that was there. Acting sucks. He hasn't changed. He'll never change. Ever since they were in Pineward, always the same. Acting sucks. He hasn't changed. He'll never change. Ever since they were in Pineward, always the same. Same. Always causing trouble. But not our Actian. Not our precious Actian. And he gets to be an adventurer? What a sick joke. Sorry if I picked the mic there. But it needed to be said. I love that. To have whipped that out. I'm oh boy. So the loot that they got, like I said before, Kyojiro got Zag's gear, which was which is his coat of the bat, and his sword of sharpness. Nihilus got his flintlock and his marble elephant. And I believe. Oh, and also he got his. Also, Nihilus picked up the marble elephant, the flintlock, and the jar of alchemy. Actian got a bag of beans from the goblin shaman, and gave him a little instructions that he could barely read out, but kind of has like some, like that were written in the best common that could possibly be written out by a bunch of goblins. And I feel like one of us has to say some variation of the chicanery every time we hang out now. Yeah. I tried to whip out chicanery during one of my break sessions at work, but the guys just don't do. The guys we have a small window of time, and which does not allow for funny RP bits, so I have to sneak stuff in there all the time as best as I can. And I believe Veril pretty much got the potions, including the Filter of Love. That's the main one. He got the Filter of Love, to which I think one of you guys asked if I were to use this, how good would my chances with Virginia be? And I said, you would get advantage on the charisma check for sure. Whip it out. Whoa. Yeah. At work too. So that's a trip straight to the HR office there. So they go back to Farmer Woodhawk's place. They feel like they've saved the day. Everything is honky-dory. They spend an entire day hanging out, learning how to use their new magic items. Kyojiro learns to do the gritty in order to like activate the cloak of the bat. Danny and Lewin are their new best friends. There's also a wand of magic missiles. I forgot that too. That's another thing that Nihilus got a hold of. So there's a bunch of stuff that they got. But before I forget, there was an ape that tried to steal their jar of alchemy on their return trip back to Farmer Woodhawk's farm, to Woodhawk's farm, and immediately Verl got activated attack mode and shot that ape down before he could get far. So, again, showing that his next to inflict wounds, Verl's favorite spell is, or his favorite weapon is actually his crossbow. So. Also, at a certain point, Verl had a shield, and he straight up threw it away. Kyojuro made Emily into his apprentice too. That's right. Kyojuro gave her his cape, made her an apprentice, gave her his long sword that came out of his veteran's cane, and pretty much like they spent the entire morning just hanging out, and or they spent the entire day hanging out waiting for Umberto to do his job without any kind of care or follow-up. They just kind of wanted to hang out. Acting activated one of his beans and would turn to a bunch of shriekers. It's just, there was so much cool little downtime stuff that happened. And then the following day, which is again the same day that Acting just like, I'm gonna plant. What will happen if I plant one of these beans right now? Which turned to a bunch of shriekers that annoyed everybody, and that the gang had to pretty much chop down and turn to mushroom soup for later. Emily and her father had left that morning to go sell some vegetables and check